We deliver well because we promise to what we deliver. That's just what we do, because we don't want our investors to have us back and sell. We don't actually complete what our agreement had said. And this is actually a great one. For those who would like to introduce themselves once again, I got to meet Mr. Ibrahim from Qatar. Can you please type your name and wherever you're watching from in the chat box? So before we move on, there's this thing I was saying earlier. I said GVest Cooperative is a digital platform where you can invest and get return on investment. We often get this question: what do our investments, what do their capital is being invested into? So first and first, GVest invest in landed property, and the investors own one of our landed properties. It's not by owning the asset itself, but it's by investing it with us as a partner. Thank you, Babatunde from Lagos. You're welcome to this section. I hope this will be an amazing section for you. Okay, as I was saying, it's a digital platform where you can invest and get return on investments per annum. So we often get this question: what do I invest in with my capital? Your capital is being invested into our landed properties. As you all know, that GVest Cooperative is a subsidiary under GTEST Holdings. We have 5 subsidiaries under GTEST Holdings. We have 5 subsidiaries under GTEST Holdings. We have the DrStephenAkintayo Consult, where we have to talk and educate people on how to invest. We also have the Forest Trading and all. We have GTEST Homes, where we have our housing property, and we also have GTEST Land, where we have our landed properties in all our estates across the Nigeria. We also have GVest Cooperative. This is where you invest your money into some of our landed properties. And we often get a question: how is the ROI being paid? The ROI is being paid on how the property has appreciated, and it's actually generated the rate to us so we could pay our investment. I will say to you, the higher your capital is, the higher your return on investment. So today, we're actually talking about how you can invest through our GVest app and how you can track your investment, how to know when your investment has been matured and when your investment is to be withdrawn. So we have our IT analyst here, which is named Jeremiah Jacob, and he's going to run us through how the investment plan app works. So Mr. Jeremiah, welcome. Can you please unmute yourself, sir?
Hello, everyone. Just give me a moment. I'll put on my video now. Just a moment, please.
All right, no problem. Okay, while we wait for Mr. Jeremiah, we often get questions from clients that how does the GVest app work? We have 2 versions of the GVest app. We have the iOS version, and we also have the Android version, depending on the kind of version you're using on your phone to download. And often said, our clients had registered and they have given their feedback, but here we have a Q&A section where you can discuss with our IT analyst, and it's going to tell you the full details on how you can work with your GVest app. Rather than you speaking to an admin or, okay, when is my ROI being withdrawn? When is my return on investment going to be paid? So when you check through your app, this will actually work for you to check from your own end, rather than having someone from the back end to. The only thing you have to reach out to us is just to ask us, I'm here to withdraw more, like you all know. So, and you already know we have a juicy offer that we are going to give you on today. But before we could say that, we have our IT analyst here who is here to run us through how the investments work. Good day to you, Mr. Jeremiah. And by the way, before I proceed, Mr. Jeremiah is actually operating from UK. Welcome to you, Mr. Jeremiah. And can I hand over to you?
Hi, everyone. Thank you very much, Polanli. So yeah, Mr. Aiken, I will do so much more around the GVest app. Like she said, I'll just run us through. I'll just speak a bit about, why we should be taking the offer, GVest will be sharing with us today. Again, I'm sure we can all hear me right. yeah, so it's again very beautiful
Yes, we can
to.
hear you, Mr.
Sorry, I'm
Jeremiah.
heated
Thank
this
you.
way. I'm actually quite cold today, and I just I was thinking I wouldn't even be able to make the meeting, but you know it's necessary. I honor the invitation. It's been it's great, you know. As we'll talk about our alma mater, GVS is like an alma mater for me, considering the fact that I was also part of the you know, the early builders, you know, of GVest while we started so many years ago. And it's interesting to see how we have grown, you know, as a company, you know, and how we've been able to impact quite a number of lives, you know, both throughout the globe, actually, throughout the globe. I remember while I was very much, you know, back in Nigeria with GVest, Nigeria, we had quite a number of our investors, you know, from diaspora, you know, in US and the UK. I believe I don't have the immediate data now, but I'm sure it's almost still same, you know, and that tells a lot about how, you know, many of diasporans, you know, when Nigerians in Nigeria, you know, are not seeing opportunities that, you know, those living in diaspora, you know, outside of Nigeria are seeing, you know, with an investment like GVest. Because the interesting thing about GVest at its core, actually, is different from the many other kind of investment options we would usually see out there. Because your investment is actually tied to a real estate entity. GVest in itself is a prop tech company, so it's tied to real estate. And real estate, as we would know, you know, is over the years has been the most, over generations have been the most, you know, consistent and reliable investment option, considering the fact that it's tangible. There are lesser risks in terms of chaos, you know, and issues that could happen to investments. Because regardless of whatever investments you explore on planet Earth, there are higher of risk, but real estate still remains the least risky, you know, investment option, and also the most stable in terms of returns. So that being said, I was supposed to also share a slide, which I might not be able to do, but I will just talk with us. And then probably take some few questions and then hand over to the president of GVest, Mr. Ikenna. Okay, so I want to focus today. I understand this is a kind of a regular meetup, investors meetup that happens, you know, with GVest, and this particular one, I want to focus or talk just briefly about, you know, the very common mistakes, you know, that people make when it comes to investing, you know, and I'll spend the next maybe about 15 minutes or thereabout, or 20 minutes, you know, talking about that. So first is, again, I'm Jeremiah Jacob. Many of us who are here who probably is we are, you know, existing investors with GVest, or old investors with GVest will probably know this face. And yeah, you know, you'll probably also be able to give some testimonies or give some reviews of how GVest have. I don't know, do we have those videos? Do we want to run through those before we go through this? I thought we are going to run through some videos, Mr. Ikenna.
Yes, we can go through the videos maybe in 2 minutes before you start your section.
Okay,
Please,
that would
Bolande,
be
yes, Bolande, please, can you share the video, or if we have participants here? Okay, good day, everyone. I'm Iken Amba, the president of GVest Digital Cooperative. I'm happy to be here again. I hope you can all hear me. Please, can I know where you are watching from? Can I know where you are listening from? All my friends in the UK, in the US, Canada, and even Dubai, our Nigerian brothers. Please, can you chat? Where are you listening to us from? Where's your location? Your location. Come on, I want this to be more engaging. We have Jeremiah, one of our business analysts, is here. We are discussing GVest Digital Cooperative as the best means of investment through the mobile app. And that's what we'll be discussing here. But I want to know, before we proceed, how many existing investors do we have here? How many existing investors? Because we have offers for you. Come on, guys. In fact, one of the things we do to encourage people to do investment with GVest is to encourage the existing investors, right? Thereby attracting others investors. So how do we encourage the existing investors? Is to give, Peter O, a host. Yes, I can see, right? So can we make him a host so he can share a little testimony of GVest, Mr. Peter Ojelere? You are welcome, sir. Hello, Mr. Peter, can you hear me? Okay, while he tries to join, Mr. Peter, it's one of us. Like you also, we have this opportunity to add him as a panelist to share his testimony, what he has been experiencing with GVest so far, right, as we continue in this journey. Mr. Jeremiah, over to you before I start unleashing the benefits of the day. But let's see what you have for us, Mr. Jeremiah.
okay. There's no video, right? No problem. Let me just write on. So I said I was going to share, some mistakes, people make while trying to decide on an investment option. And one of them, the first on my list, will be constantly watching the markets. As a young or as a novice investor or as a starter investor back in the days, you are looking at when you get into the investment, when you make a decision, about exploring the investment space. One of the first mistakes people make very often is, constantly watching the markets. Those who want to do stock, I want something, you want to trace, you want to know when to go in and go out of market. And this is such a very stressful, risky, and in fact, this kind of investment options are not for those, who want to just put their money in somewhere and have peace of mind and let someone do the job. You understand? And that is the reason why GVest, have not explored areas of trying to let Forex, majorly be the deciding factor for the investments we do at GVest, because we don't do stock. We're not investing, in stocks. We're not investing investors' funds in stock, where we need to be watching, the up and down of investment and say, oh, today it's going to go up, tomorrow it's going to run down. Ask those who are actively into Forex, or stock investments. So that is not when you're thinking long term in terms of investment, this shouldn't be the route you should be exploring. It shouldn't be the route you should be exploring. First, it takes away your peace of mind. If you are thinking peace of mind kind of investment, this, you shouldn't be exploring, trying to invest in an option where every now and then you are having to check what is the market saying. What's the stock for this company at the moment? What is the news saying about this company? This company is likely to rise, likely to fall, and all of those stuffs. So that's one of the first mistakes people make when considering, a long-term wealth creation kind of investment. And a second mistake people always make, often make rather, is chasing the trends. We remember the time, and that's the reason why people fall for schemes a lot of time. So I wrote here, I said a lot of investors make the mistake of chasing trends or what's cool, because of the fear of, being part of, the move or stuff like that. And that is, if we remember, if we are following trends quite well, we'll notice in recent times the fall of many fintech, investment companies, especially in Africa. One of the reasons is because these guys, most of them invest in what will give you as an end investor peace of mind. Most of them have their funds, in crypto, most of them have their funds in FX. And now that the market seems to be working against them, many of them, and also the fall of Naira, this is affecting most of these fintech investment companies, and they are beginning to just truncate. I know of one, I don't want to call names, but I know of one which I used to have my fund in at the time, who have been sending me email for a while that I should withdraw my entire capital because they are closing up soon, even though I don't have any fund with them again. But because I have an active account, I kept receiving those emails, withdraw from this, withdraw all of your, withdraw all of your, someone sent a message. Okay, withdraw all of your investments in the, so you don't want to invest because everybody is investing in this, you don't want to invest in investment because everybody is doing that. You want to do your own personal research. You want to do your own personal research and ask questions. You want to check the reviews. You want to check testimonials. You want to check the track record, before you make those kind of commitments. And then the next one I have here is, people also, when thinking of investing, always have this, especially newbies, you're thinking, I want to cash out immediately. How can I do something in 2 months, in 3 weeks, in 6 months, because again, like Dr. Stephen will also train us back in those days, and we have seen the truth in all of this over the years. We have like three types, I will call 3 types of investment generally. We have the high risk investment, we have the low risk investment, and we have the mid risk investment. Generally, the high risk investments, are the kind of investments that would promise you high returns, sometimes unbelievable returns, of up to maybe 20%, 25%.
Okay.
30%, but are you saying something?
Yeah, Mr. Jeremiah, thank you for this section. So one thing we want to know, basically, it's even as the season is going on, it's how people across the globe can invest with GVest through the GVest app, because as we know, it's global investment. It's technology, right? So they don't need to come to the office. They don't need to know us physically and all that, right? So the basic of this is to, one thing, I want you to help us is to tell our audience how you can invest with GVest through our mobile app, right? We also have our technicians, we have our ITs on ground here who can assist. We'll pop out the link both on iOS and on Android. So another thing I want you to help us to share with the audience is how secured is their investment with GVest doing it online, right? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ikena. I was going to get there because I was going to round up with the many stories I'm saying now, which I believe for the first timers is very also for first-time investors. It's very important, that they have those basic knowledge. So, but as Mr. Ikena intimates me, based on maybe call of time, so GVest, like I started the conversation with earlier, that GVest, invest all of investors fund in real estate. It's tied to real estate. And of course, as we know, GVest is a subsidiary of GTEX Holdings. GTEX Holdings also has various subsidiaries, of course, which GTEX Homes is one of the oldest, of such subsidiaries. GTEX Homes basically deals in real estate. We have been in the real estate sector for over 7-8 years now, with clients all around the world. So in terms of the security of your investment,
yes,
as an investor, your investment is secured based on the fact that it is tied to a tangible entity, which is real estate.
Thank you. Yes, that's the point. Yes, that's the point I want to hear, because one of the things that scare people about investment is the whole idea of this Ponzi scheme and all that. So I want to even at this point invite one of our investors, Mr. Peter Ojeleri, which is on this meeting, is an existing investor. I want him to share with us his experience so far with GVest. Right. So can my team grant him access, Mr. Peter? Hello, Mr. Peter.
Yes, he's here, sir. Just for him to unmute and put on his video.
Okay, Mr. Peter said, no, I'm in a meeting. Okay. So it's like he said he can't, he has a meeting interrupting with this for now. So Mr. Jeremiah, as we proceed in this meeting, one of the basic thing again, as a business analyst, we want to share or analyze with our audience is the security, because I want to put my money where my heart is. I want to put my money where I am sure, right? Irrespective of the distance, location, or whatever. So our IT professionals are here on ground. So I also want them to pop up the Android and iOS version of GVest app. So Mr. Jeremiah, as you'll be taking us in this section, our IT guys will be assisting us to download the GVest app, because the last thing for this meeting is to talk about the offer of the day for as many that is downloading or that has downloaded the GVest app. This is what you stand to benefit. Thank you.
Okay, great. So again, just to reiterate the fact that, it's interesting also to know that the GVest app also helps, especially when we first started GVest back then. It wasn't quite seamless, even though we were very prudent in terms of updating our investors regularly about their investments, sending them emails, and doing calls to them. But then it's much beautiful, and better when there is a tracking system where you as an investor could be able to see all of the investments you've made, how it's growing, make requests, reinvest, top up your investment and all of those stuff. And this is the benefit that the GVest app brings, to us. And just in case you are even an existing investor and you haven't set up your account on the GVest app yet, what you might want to do now is go to, your Play Store. Sorry, go to your.
Yes, we are dropping the link. It's Bolani,
Okay,
drop the link for.
So drop the link,
yes,
please, for the apps.
drop the
both
link
for iOS and also for Android. So you want to download, install, and then set up with your email. Once you have set up with your email, I believe it will, over time, if it doesn't automate immediately, in about 24 hours or thereabout, your actual if you're an existing investor, your actual investment will auto-populate, your sessions, so you can see how much you've invested, how much of your investment tenor, and when you will be ready to cash out, or if you want to top up your investment. So that's, I don't know if the IT guys are there and
yes, they are here. Joseph, please, can you run us through the app? Let's know the assets. Why must I do the app with GVest? Why GVest? Please, can we know why we are investing with GVest through the app? Because we have other investment companies, organizations. So let's know the uniqueness of the GVest app, why we invest. Thank you. Joseph, can you take the floor?
All right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, fellow clients, users, and everyone who is online for this meeting. So basically, I'll be walking you through the process of running the mobile application as well as the web application. To start with the mobile application, I believe the links have been dropped in the comment section. So if you go to, if you're using an Android device, you can just click on the link, then it takes you to the Google Play Store, where you can see our GVest mobile application. And then if you're using an iOS device, you click on the link, it takes you to the App Store, where you also get to see the GVest mobile application. So the first step is application on your device. So once you are able to do that, then yeah, you can just launch the application. So now, before I get into the registration process and all that, I just want to say GVest mobile application and the web application also were built with very secure technology and reliable technology, which makes it unique among other investment platforms and applications. You get notified about your investment when it's due, when it's matured, your ROI, if you want your ROI being paid, like if you can request it and all that. So I think over the years, our users and our clients who have invested with GVest can attest to the fact that we make frequent updates on our application. I can boastfully or gladly tell you guys that we've never.
Hello, Joseph, your network.
Am I back online, please?
Yes.
All right. So over the years, as I said earlier, we've never had any incidents of a hack or any break in our security or a breach in our. So by that I mean, like that's to tell you that we offer and we use the highest technological security that is there, that is available to secure our back end, to secure our users' data and our users' investment. So any investment you're making on the GVest application, both mobile and web, you can be rest assured that no one can gain access to your profile, to your data, or any other information that is provided, unless you make changes to users' accounts or users' information. You are solely responsible for that. So that's just part of the security aspect of GVest application, both mobile and the web. So now, to walk us through the registration process, if you've downloaded the application, can I share my screen for you guys to see?
Yes, please. We'll have a few minutes. We just have a few minutes.
All right. So I'll start with the mobile, and then I just walk through the web also briefly. Yeah.
Okay, so while he's sharing his screen, one of the things
So,
that
sorry, is my
does,
screen visible to everybody?
it's loading, it's loading. So one of the things to show integrity when it comes to GVest is that the returns on investment repayment, right? Our agreement is to pay returns on investment when due by the end of every month. Now, it's gladdened my heart to announce to you that we just paid returns on investment for September investors due. We paid today. Right. So we overpromise and we underdeliver. Please, can you give GVest a round of applause? I wish we have those. I wish we have those participants, those beneficiaries that received their returns on investment today. Right. Some of them were even expecting it 30th, 1st, and all that. So I had an investor friend last 3 years. He invested, right, and he has almost forgotten he did any business with GVest, right? Because that is the essence of GVest, is the passive annual income. Passive annual income, whereby you have little or no contribution to the processes in GVest investment, right? So all what you're just interested in is your cash out. So when we paid his return on investment, after about 3 months, he sent a mail. He was not even aware that we have transferred his returns on investment. So after 3 months, he got back to us and was like, "Oh, guys, I've not seen my returns. You promised me this." I was like, "Oh, God." Do you know what? I said, "Sir, okay." I replied his mail with the screenshots of his receipts after 3 months. So he was like, "Wow, he never checked his account." So, and as I speak to you, he's one of our highest investors. So this is integrity we are talking about here. We say it and we deliver it. Please, can we give GVest a round of applause while Joseph continue? So, Mr. Joseph, can you continue?
All right. Okay, so let me just share my screen for you guys to see. Please do let me know if my screen is visible.
Yeah, your screen is visible. Continue.
Okay. So this is the normal interface of the application if you launch the application. Now, for existing users, that's if you've created an account either on the mobile or on the web, you can just head over to login. But for new users, once you go to create account, you just fill out this form right here. You fill out the necessary information, and then you make sure you click on I agree to the terms of use and privacy policy. That you should make sure you do that. So after doing that, for me, I've already created an account. I have an account, a demo account for testing and everything. So I'll just log into my own account right now and proceed. So just give me a second to just log in. All right. So as you can see, this is my my dashboard. I believe my account, my dashboard, my screen is still visible. Yes. So this is what the dashboard looks like, the home page of the mobile application. Now you can see from the dashboard we have Naira investments, dollar investments, pounds investment, and dirham investments. Okay. So currently I have, and down here you can see a list of investments I've made so far. So this is what the user will see. Any investment you've made through the app or through the web, it loads up for you. You'll see a list of your investments. Below here is just a checklist for you for verification. Once you register, You input your bank details, which you receive your payments with. And then last one, you just upload a means of identification, so we are sure that, okay, this account is owned by you, and you don't get to just have someone crawling into your account. That is the major reason why we request for a means of identification. So now, quickly, if you want to make investments, if you open the side menu bar, you click on investments. You can see we have different investment plans and durations.
Joseph, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Joseph, we can't hear you.
Okay, sorry, I just had a little trouble there. Okay, so if you click on short-term investment, you get to see different investment plans coming up. I just need to check out, because I think
Joshua, I think they can't hear you. They can't hear you. You need to be audible. Be audible, please. And ask questions, because people are downloading the app. Okay, so while we wait for Joseph, I hope we have all downloaded the GVest app. Now, if you have any issue, if you have any concern, if you have any question, you can drop your question on the question box while we proceed. So one thing we want to talk about again as we are rounding up this meeting is why GVest Digital Cooperative. So a couple of times we have talked about GVest Cooperative as one and only digital cooperative that is seamless and reliable, right? And people have always asked, what are these funds used for? What do we do with these funds? We are not Ponzi scheme. We've always reinstated that. We'll continue to say it. We do real estate. And that's the essence of the GVest digital app, where you can access your investments anywhere, anytime in the world. As you can see, we have the fractional ownership, we have the long-time ownership, we have the short-time. So it's now optional to you as an investor. Which are you doing? Please, if you are, okay, so I want to call on Joseph. Are you still there? If you're not there, let me continue. So we have the long-term investment, we have the short-time. It all depends on you. And we also have the simple interest and compound interest. Now, how does this compound interest work? The compound interest is for minimum 3 years. If you're leaving your investment, guys, I want to see how you guys operate. Let's do this thing for 3 years. Now, if you're leaving the investment, your capital with us to run for 3 years, such that you are not withdrawing your returns on investment per annum, right? You allow it to accrue over the period of 3 years. You can now withdraw it. So that is called compound interest. Now, these are options made available for investors, because we understand the fact that as much as you are investing with GVest, you also have your personal projects that you need funds for. We also have personal projects that you want to develop. So like Dr. Stephen will always say about investment, that investment funds are not operational funds. investment funds are not operational funds. How do I mean? It is not your school, it's not your children's school fees, neither is your medical fee that you use for investment. No, investment funds are those funds set aside for investment. So you don't invest the fund that you will come back to us in short distance, maybe 2 or 3 months. Oh, guys, I want to pay my children's school fees. I want to do, no, that is not investment. So investment is minimum 1 year. So you want to withdraw your savings, you want to save up and do investment with GVES. So part of what we'll be talking here is the investment scheme. We have the Naira scheme as well as the dollar scheme. So part of the benefits we'll be doing today, we are opening to everyone that is investing today. Should I start the promo for the day, or I should still give us some time? Anyway, is a meeting of 1 hour.
No, we don't want it now. So let us have that at the end of the meeting. So our clients will not have that juicy offer early now. So let's continue. Mr. Joseph, are you up now? All right, great. So let's continue.
Okay, so sorry, as I was saying earlier, so if you click on investments, you can click between any of these investments to see which one you're interested in. Now, if you've made any investments, then you can click on my investment. Here you see a list of all your investment that you've made. Yes. And then all the transactions you've made over a period of time also appear on your transaction history. Yeah, it's working, this network. Yes, okay. Then now when it comes to file management, this is where you get to upload your valid means of identification. Now, why we request a valid means of identification is just for your own security, for the safety of your own account. We don't want people crawling into your account, so we just use that. In fact, it is not tied to anything that does not concern you. It's just for us to identify you to be sure that yes, this account belongs to so person. And then now when you go to your wallet, any balance you have currently in your wallet displays here. If you're in the US or any country that uses dollar, you can fund your dollar wallet, or you get to see your dollar balance. If you're in the United Kingdom or anywhere that uses pounds, you get to see your pounds balance. And if you are in the UAE, any country in the UAE, you get to see your dirham balance also. Now, for the bank, so the good thing about the bank, you are allowed to upload your bank information. The good thing about uploading the bank information is your ROI can just be paid directly to your bank account, even without you requesting at its due date. That is why we collect the bank information. Don't worry, no one is collecting anything from you apart from your bank information. Your bank information is safe with us. Okay, that is why we have everything tied to your account. And once you put your bank information, we verify that it is you, and then it saves up here. Now, if you want to make any changes to your account, then you can go under the settings, and then yeah, you can just make any changes you want to make. So this is just the basic walkthrough of the mobile application. Now, let me just walk us through the web application also, so we just see how everything works perfectly. Yes. All right. So first of all, let me head on to the website at www.gvesglobal.com. So if you head on to www.gvesglobal.com, this is our beautiful website, which has been designed. It also works similar with the mobile application. So you can, if you are comfortable or more convenient working on your PC or your web, then you can choose to use the web application. But if you are comfortable having your investment on your hand, like moving every time with it, or you want to check something at any instant, then you can install the mobile application, which helps you to track your investment at any point in time. So now the web application works this way. For new users, you click on register. Once you click on register, you fill all the necessary information, just as I showed on the mobile application. But since I already have an account also, I'll just go ahead over and log in. I've saved my logins to my account. So let me just sign in. All right. So I've successfully signed into my account. So this is what the web application looks like. Just like I showed in the mobile application, you get to see your balances. So for if you are in Nigeria or in any African country that access or uses Naira, you get to see your Naira balance. If you are in USA or any country that uses dollar as the official currency, you get to see your dollar wallet. And if you are in the United Kingdom or allied countries that uses the pounds, you get to see your pound balance. And if you're in the UAE or neighboring countries that use the dirham, then you get to see your dirham balance. So now, also, if you click on, now you, just as it was in the mobile application, you have a list of your investments that you've made. So if you want to know more about your investment, once you click on any of your investments, you get to see more details about it, just as it is in the mobile. So you get to see all this information. You see the date you invested, the amount you invested, the tenure of your investment,
okay,
the rate of your ROI.
Okay, Joseph, can we make it interactive? Let's be sure people has downloaded the app if they are following, or we are just running sermon, right? So let's be sure,
right.
Let it be engaging. Have you downloaded? Where are you on this? Or you can write, get back to so number in the after the course of this meeting, because we just have limited time to run up. Some people had to, some people in the US, Dubai is 3 hours ahead of us. It's almost 10 p.m. right in Dubai, right? So let's also bring everybody together. Now, we want to be sure that you have downloaded it. If you're having any issue, kindly drop it on the box, or you call X number after this meeting, so we can now announce the promo for the day and call it a day. So please, let's round up in the next 5 minutes. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. So this is what we'll do. We've dropped links to the mobile application and the web application also. So you can just head over to your Google Play Store by clicking on the links, or your Apple App Store by clicking on the link for iOS. You install the application. Now, once you register, please be reminded or take note of the fact that you will verify your account by sending you an OTP. So by that, once you are able to register and you log into your account, you see everything about your account. If you want your account funded, then you can just do that through the app, or you contact us to let us know how you want it done. So, but for that, I think with the basic walkthrough, everything is pretty straightforward, because the mobile application is very easy to operate, very
okay,
easy to handle.
Mr. Peter is saying, I logged in, nothing is showing. I logged in, nothing is showing under my investment and Naira wallet. Please, can you address that? Mr. Peter is saying, logged in, nothing is showing. Mr. Peter, will you drop your email address, or Joseph, what does he need to do?
Yes. We are currently working on that, Mr. Peter, because we'll just need your email address to be able to verify that, sir.
And update it so he can see all his investments
currently. Yeah, and please, that reminds me, I need to make it quite clear right now that in order to be able to view your investment, you must have created an account. Because when you create an account, either on the mobile or on the web, that is when we have access to that's when you have access to our database. So when you invest, automatically your investment goes up to your account. But if you do not have an account and you invest off plan, then we have to upload that one for you. So that's the difference. For investing through the app makes it easier for you to see your investments and all that. But if you're not investing through the app, then yeah, we also create the investment for you after you've invested. Like we walk you through the account.
He has dropped his email. Can you guys pick it up so we can
yes,
proceed?
Sir. So we are currently working on that, sir. In the
right.
next 5 minutes, that should be there, or in less than 5 minutes. So before the end of the meeting, what we'll do, we'll drop a number. That is I'll drop my number. if you have any technical issue or you're facing any technical challenge, you can contact me at any moment in time. I am available 24/7 to attend to your technical needs and investment issues. If you have any challenge at any point working through the application, right from installation down to the investment making payments, you can just contact me or contact any of the number that will be dropped at the comment section. Just contact any of us, and then we'll attend to you. We are open 24/7. We are here to serve you. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Joseph. Thank you. It's a nice one. So, Mr. Peter, can you come up for a 2 minutes testimony? We don't mind, sir. Please, can you just give us 1-2 minutes testimony? You've been an investor with us for some times. Please, can you share with us why do you prefer GVest and how has GVest been treating you thus far? Please, sir, we don't mind. Just 2 minutes of your time, sir.
Hello, Mr. Kena.
Yes, thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir. It's a pleasure having you here. Welcome, sir. So, quick one, sir. Can you share with us, because we have viewers all over the globe that want to see what GVest is doing, how competent and how reliable GVest is. So, as an existing investor, sir, please, can you share with us what's your testimony so far with GVest? Thank you, sir.
Sir, before you proceed, sir, can you please turn on your video so our clients can see where you're actually operating from, sir? Thank you very much, sir.
I'm trying to do that, but I'm not seeing.
There is an icon there. There's a video icon. Just click it.
I'm having difficulties turning on my video. Where is that located?
There is an icon down there that shows a camera, right? So you just click on it. It will view your face. An icon that shows a camera.
The icon is not here. It's not showing on my.
After the mute, there is a mic button. After the mic button, you'll see the icon.
After the mute, what I can see is chat. Before chat,
you have.
There's nothing showing on my on my Zoom.
Jamu, Bolale, is Jamu there? Will you want to jump on this? Bolale.
Yes, yeah, we are reaching out to Jamie to rectify that, sir.
Okay. So, Mr. Peter, can you check now? You can see the icon of the video. You've been granted access. Mr. Peter, are you here? Hello, Mr. Peter.
Hello, can you see me?
Yeah, we can see you. You're welcome, sir.
It's good afternoon from here.
Yeah, it's good evening from here. Welcome. It's a pleasure having you here, sir. Welcome, sir. Welcome, sir. So, quick one, sir. Yes, sir. Quick one, sir. We want you to share with us. We have audience here, we have investors here across the globe. What's your experience so far with GVest? And what's your commendation about GVest? Thank you, sir.
So far, for me, the experience has been great. The customer service level of GVest is really something to emulate by other investment organizations. The customer service is top-notch. GVest is always within reach. This is not a company that you'll be looking for who to talk to. Even if there is nothing going on, once in a while, I do receive emails or text message from GVest just checking up on me if there is anything that I need on my investment or if I have any question and things like that. So this is something that I really love and is worthy of emulation and is very commendable.
Thank you, sir. So one question I want to ask, have you ever received returns on your investments? And how do you feel when you received, if you have ever received? Thank you, sir.
Yes, I have received on 2 occasions in the past, and they've been timely. There is no delay from any quarters or in any form. After the ROI has been received, an email will also be sent by GVest notifying that your ROI has been paid and that you should confirm receipt. So I've received those on 2 different occasions, and it's been great so far.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Final question, sir. So what is now your recommendation or your advice to as many that wants to do GVest, but they are still skeptical? Should I not? These guys are far in Nigeria. And also, as you're telling us, you tell us your location so we can be sure that location is not restriction to investment with GVest. Thank you, sir.
I'm based in Canada. And just like I said, I've not had any regrets so far investing with GVest. For those that are also considering investment, I think you should consider GVest as well, because just like I'm sharing my testimony, you can also join that same family and be part of what has been going on. I also had that same skepticism. I was doubting whether this will work based on the fact that what we've been hearing about different companies, organizations, and the way they've not been honest in their dealing with their customers. So far, I haven't seen any of such with GVest. So I will encourage everyone to also come on board and also invest with GVest.
Thank you, sir. It's a pleasure. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So we'll continue with the meeting. Thank you, sir. All right.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. So we've heard from our amazing and awesome investor, Mr. Peter. It's a pleasure. So can we have any other investor that wants to share his or her testimony? If there is none, we go straight to the offer of the day, because we need to round up, because some people are very far and they want to go to bed while some are still at work. So if we don't have any, Bolale, do we have any other investor that wants to share his or her testimony? Do we have any other investor? Okay. So in the absence of any testimony, so we'll be going straight to the offer of the day. Are we ready? Come on, if you are ready, say, I'm ready. I'm not seeing excitement here. Can you chat on the box? I'm ready. Okay. So the first offer for the day is going with, we know as Jivest. Come on, Mr. Shuabu Ibrahim to host. Yes, Mr. Shuabu, okay, wants to go up before I announce, because once I announce the offer, there is no more. Okay, Ojo said, I am ready, I'm ready. Okay, so can we call up either of these guys for their testimony before we announce the offer? Because once you announce the offer, every testimony is suspended for the next meeting. So I'm waiting for your testimony. Please grant him access. Can we grant Mr. Shaubu Ibrahim? Are you an existing investor? Ojo Fumilayo, Ojo Fumilola. Are you here? Ojo Fumilola? Oh, Shuabu said he's not an existing Ibrahim, so he wants to be an investor with us. So do we have Ojo Fumilola? Are you an existing investor? Ojo Fumilola? Ojo Fumilola, okay. So let's go straight to the offer for the day. So the first offer of the day, if you are an existing investor, okay, I'm not all right. So Ojo Fumilayo said, I'm not an existing investor, but she wants to be an investor after this meeting. And that's the excess of this meeting for as many that want to be, but they are not yet an investor. We're trusting that after this meeting, they are subscribing. So the first offer of the day is that we are going to be giving to the first 5 people that will be subscribing to GVest tonight the minimum of 2 million naira investment. So we are opening up the first 5 for the first 5 people that are subscribing to GVest just for today. Just for today, the 2 million naira investment. The first 5 people, please, I will take note. The first 5 people that are investing now, we are giving them the offer for the 2 million naira investment. And
Mr. President, can we just do something?
Yes.
Can they drop their number so we can just pick it up from there? The number they are picking, are they the number 1?
Yes, I've just said it.
So they can secure their slots. They can secure their slots because it's just for 5 persons. And
okay.
This offer goes to the first 5 that type in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we are closing for the day. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's a very smart one. So we won't, because we can't accommodate crowd. We only have limited slots for the 2 million naira investment. We have closed that investment because of the crowd, but because we want to encourage people in this scheme, that's why we're giving the first 5 persons. So, Bolande, can you drop your number? Maybe they will chat you after this meeting. The first 5 can chat the number showing on the screen after this meeting. So what's the next offer we are giving? We only have 2 for this day. We only have 2. So if you are an existing investor, okay, pick your slot now. If you are an existing investor, you are reinvesting, just like the chairman has announced to us 3 months ago, we had this meeting. So we are giving an extra 2% on the returns on investment, 2% on returns on investment if you are reinvesting as an existing investor. So GVest is opening that up again to you if you are reinvesting. So Bolale, drop your number on this group. So as many that wants to subscribe, because we are running out of time, we can now take it up from there. So this is the 2 offers we are having for today only. We'll be having the next meeting by December, where the chairman himself, Dr. DrStephenAkintayo, will be joining us from any part of the world he is, because he will be, okay, we have Daniel to host. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So Bala, you have Daniel that wants to pick up. So we'll be rounding up in no distance time. and get prepared for tomorrow. Some are going to work tomorrow. Some is weekend for them to rest. Some have been having a very busy day from Monday. So thank you all for attending the GVest meeting. Thank you all. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We'll be communicating with you. We'll be sending mails. We'll be sending gifts. Your birthday, we are here to celebrate with you. We are here to share happy moments with you. We appreciate you all from GVest Digital Cooperative. We love you all, and we pray that God Almighty will keep every one of us till next year and beyond. So we'll be seeing you more in December, when we'll be having our annual general meeting with Dr. Stephen himself. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Daniel is commending GVest is actually the best. Mr. Daniel, are you an existing investor? So thank you all, while I hand it over to Bolale to close the meeting. Bolale, you can close the meeting.